supply depots will probably go next. There they are. They are so important. There's so much food going into those, and they are all going to get destroyed. That is just so bad for Strelok. They're both going to burn to the ground. Oh my gosh, that is so much food he has lost. He is supply capped. These mules just kind of making a trip around the base, so to speak, as really Strelok can't do anything about it. His force problem with Terran, however, these mules finally flying over a ton of missile turrets, taking some damage. They are so close to staying this expansion, but they do not have an expansion. Instead, they're going to take on this gold. It is still heavily turreted, but plenty of Mutilis here to take out all these turrets, kill a bunch of SCVs. Morrow has a very successful attack. However, Mutilis finally starting to get whittled out. Here come the Marines. They're going to force them away. Damage, but man, he lost a lot of Mutilis in that exchange. But his army is booming. He has plenty of units. Not a big deal. However, a ton of tanks. This is so impressive. I would like to see him start to saturate this base. He has a few Marines here and some turrets. It's pretty darn safe. I was hoping for a planetary fortress, because that would be cool. It would be the impenetrable island defense. But no, we're going to see an orbital command because it's super safe, because it's hidden. But all these Marines kind of getting in the way here. See Mutilis Cloud coming back again, doing some more harassment. Just picking on these little Marines. Not where you want to be if you're a little Marine. They are just not happy with what is going on. But Strelok, man, sticking to his guns. He's going to move out. This is how he's dealt with the Mutilis harass all along. He's not going to attack it directly. He's going to move out. He's going to force the Mutilis to pull back or lose their entire base. Mutilis are not that good against buildings, and an army like this can totally win a base race against Mutilis. However, I'd like you to note, there's just not a lot of stuff here, anti-air-wise. There are the Thor and some Marines, but oh, here comes the big battle. All these units rolling, all these Banelings coming in. They're going to hit all of the tanks, though, not the Marines. Not what you really want to be killing with Banelings. Just rolling through this army over, but it looks like Morrow not having enough to kill this army. I mean, there's just too many siege tanks. Strelok, great position. First, these Mutilis back. Thor is 8 kills. He's a corporal, but it's the psychological effect that is more important at this point. More Marines rallied in, streaming in. Morrow, oh, there was a there was a little lag spike on. It was in a heartbeat, lagging like a loser. So they kick him out of this game. Obviously, not allowed to watch any more of their games because he is a lagger. Just like a lot of people you see on these really good streams. Every little second counts, and man, they're kicking people out of here super fast. I'd like you guys to know I am such a fan of creep spread. This is ridiculous. I mean, creeping all around here. It's really nice to see people creeping over here. The creep spread over here allows you to see if they're going to come to flank you. If you're trying to go through the middle, they can't flank you like that. Yeah, really good idea. None over here yet, though. That's why Strelok's been abusing that to his advantage. He's got a lot of tanks. That's really what he's doing right now. Again, I mentioned it earlier. He is a macro player. He's like, oh, he's so cool. It's Brood War, man. Just make a bunch of tanks and just walk your way into their base, because you can do that. But a ton of units here from Morrow. I feel like he is not effectively countering these units, however. These oh, I don't know what they're doing. They are going to get void by these Zerglings. And Spine Crawler's going down. You see this a lot in games where they're starting to get later game and people just can't spend their money. You know, they want to get rid of the drones. They're just going to drop a bunch of Spine Crawlers. It works pretty well, and Spine Crawlers can actually really help if someone tries to push. It looks like Strelok is moving out again. Him and his siege tank skills. He is incredibly effective with these siege tanks. Not quite sure if it's going to work against this big an army, though. He's scanning. So very crucial. See what is going on. That creep tumor probably in trouble. But yeah, not really what Morrow wants to engage. The siege tanks are sieged up. This is so bad. Bone growth going down on the Marines, but there are enough medevacs not to make it worth it. Too many infestors for Morrow. Banelings chilling back. Units being pulled down one at a time. This is not what you want. You want your whole army to come in. Oh, all those Banelings getting massacred by the siege. 4 Banelings not even reaching their target. Just not what you want if you're Morrow. This siege tank play is so great from Strelok. At the same time, macroing up once again, slowly inching his way forward. He's going to elevate his units up on here. He's going to make an attack on this top expansion. There are a lot of Spine Crawlers, though, but plenty of Marines can... She is gone, taking out that Overlord, and looks like Morrow definitely going to react. He's going to... Only a few Zerglings, though. Hey, Willie. Oh, yeah, with the Infestors and the few Banelings, they will take this out. Oh, Baneling. Banray. they're going to kill that. But Strelok is, man, set. He is well, staying right here. He's got a lot. And anytime Morrow gets in this little destroyed, Morrow actually looking a little sparse in the rest of his resources. However, he is making Brood Lords because Brood Lords are so cool. They'll be so good against this too because, as you can see, the siege tanks very clumped up. They're going to siege their own allies. They're going to kill their own units. This drop completely ineffective. Here come the Brood Lords, but Viking correctly. Brood Lords need to point. The Corruptors need to defend them something to help these Brood Lords. They are getting destroyed. It is terrible. Not good positioning here for Morrow. Looks like Infestor's coming up, not doing anything. Poor play by Morrow at this point. He is building a ton of spine crawlers though, as his last armada was destroyed. Strelok just chilling here with his siege tank. That Thor actually goes down to a fungal growth, something you will hardly ever see. This Thor has 15 kills though. He is a baller, complete baller Thor. Morrow, he's like moving up. Perfect time for Morrow attack, but he is wiped out by Strelok siege tanks. There are so many tanks going on. Getting back to the base, still macroing, incredible play from both. Morrow in a lot of trouble though. Broodlord morphing in kind of in the wrong spot. This one too, they are in jeopardy of being destroyed. However, the Corruptors trying to do what they can, trying to hold off this one Lord. Man, is making a difference. You can see the splash damage by the siege tanks is so bad. That Broodlord's in trouble, but this Thor's gonna be killed by his own siege tanks. So that's never a good thing when you're a Thor. Yeah, with friendly fire is no fun. But those were the same deal. It is actually working very well right now. These Corruptors taking on the Vikings, keeping them off the Broodlords. Morrow needs to hold this off. He needs to push this back, otherwise the game is just falling. It seems more siege tanks. That's why I was scooting down. There are more siege tanks coming to reinforce. Almost mined out here at the gold. He needs another expansion. This is his only mining expansion at this point. This is completely gone. So is his Bane. Morrow, however, definitely has the money, but he's not being able to produce enough units. Moving up, going to take out the other one as well. This is so bad for Morrow. He needs to figure something out. He needs to counterattack something to get these siege tanks out of his base. It is just terrible damage at this point. Now this gold still not being adequately mined. Broodlord just not in a good position. He is going to be taken out, and sadly enough, the Corruptor will. Oh, the Corruptor will save him. Whew, lucky Broodlord. But man, Strelok just posting up Morrow's expansions. There's nothing Morrow can do about it. He does not have the income, does not have the production to stop this attack right now. Strelok is going to expand to Morrow's destroyed expansions because he can do that because he has destroyed pretty much all of Morrow's forces. An army of spine crawlers coming here trying to defend, trying to hold off, but they are no good against siege tanks. Siege tanks have the range, they can stop them easily. At the same time, looks like we have long distance mining here from Strelok. He is completely mined out his gold at this point. He's now running off one base, where Morrow also running off one is a gold. It is in good shape. It is a healthy gold expansion. But man, Strelok just doing work with the siege tanks. He's an old style Brood War player. I'm going to say it one more time. This is how you play Terran for late game, for longer games. This is what you got to do. None of this early all-in crud. Man, play like this. Build lots of siege tanks, build lots of Marines, build Vikings, and just play systematic, because that is how you play really well. We got some Overlords just chilling right here. Again, still long distance mining. If there were like 1 or 2 Roaches in here, they would be having a field day, killing everything. I'd like you guys to know the supply depot is still there. It is the forward supply depot. It is to scout, obviously. It is what you do. He still cannot land because these Overlords have been spewing creep. So this orbital command is going to have to float for just a little while longer. Strelok has a very strong position here, though, and I feel like Morrow has really nothing he can do. Island, this would be the last base Morrow could have. Lots of Vikings here, definitely going to make it hard for Morrow to use the Brood Lords that he had, but now they're all destroyed. So now he's having to build Corruptors. Go back to Morrow's base, you can see double Evo chambers, upgrades. They're 2-2, not the best though, I'd like to see more. Greater Spire has level 1 flyer attack, not even level 2. He doesn't have any armor, he's just not doing great with the research. I mean, if you look at Strelok, man, he's 2-0. Marines are 3-1. I mean, good job with this. Let's see the Vikings, 0-0. Okay, he's proving me wrong, but he is in a better upgrade position than mouzMorrow is. mouzMorrow just not really building much of anything. He's building an in-base hatchery. He needs the production. He's lost 2 hatches already. Not what he like to see. He needs to do something though soon. He is running very low on money. Oh my gosh. This is his army. This is all he's got. He needs something. He needs to do something now. He has to push, but there's so many siege tanks, so many Vikings, there's really no effective way to deal with this. I would say he could try to attack, but there are siege tanks here too. They're like just one step ahead at all times. Planetary Fortress, not something you really want to tangle with. Looks like mouzMorrow deciding one more time, let's go for it, let's try. But these Broodlords, man, just Vikings, too many Vikings to be effective. Corruption going down on the Vikings, but not really going to help there. So, fungal growth going down. Corruptors doing work, destroying these Vikings. However, the Marines are going to force them back. They do plenty of AA damage. They're getting fungal growth as well. Lots of Vikings, lots of Corruptors. Finally, the Spine Crawler defense is actually paying off for mouzMorrow, killing a few guys. But these Corruptors in a lot of trouble need to destroy these Vikings and get the heck out of Dodge because they are just not that effective. Zerglings on the production tab. We see Strelok finally starting to expand. This isn't really the good expansion. There's really nothing left here. This is where he needs to be. There's a few more minerals on these patches, but right now anybody needs minerals. mouzMorrow expanding to the bottom, starting to saturate. However, a little too late in my humble opinion, IMHF. But yeah, Strelok just doing work, man. Just no, the forward supply depot is going to go down. The Zerglings finally take. But so many siege tanks here. I mean, Strelok is just building. Let me check the unit tab real fast. Yeah, he has 21 siege tanks and 30. He almost has as many siege tanks as Marines. That's just telling you how. Back to this production tab real fast. Man, mouzMorrow just a very high-tech army, but just not what he needs to counter this unit composition. I feel like roaches. He needs some stuff that's going to be able to. Almost say Ultralisks. Just he needs something that's going to survive the siege tanks because nothing is getting close. All these infestors, all these Zerglings, just completely ineffective at this point against these siege tanks, especially with the 2 attack upgrades. He's going killing these 2 but 2 fungal growths and totally not worth you. But whatever, they're pros. I will not question them at all. No, I'm just kidding. I like to think what's going on in this game at all times because that's important. mouzMorrow, a relatively large force in the middle. Looks like he wants to make a little push to, honestly, to defend this natural. Marines gonna be in a lot of trouble. There are so many siege tanks. He cannot push the main. He's going to have to pull back again. Not what very frustrating. Not what mouzMorrow wants to see at all. He's just running out of money. He's running out of time. There's nothing that is working. He needs to tech switch. He needs to find something else to do because right now this army composition is god awful against. Like a little attack coming here from Strelok, gonna be easily countered. Gonna lift up, but gonna get growth. Interested to see you guys playing the like test round PTR. So that they had considered a patch to nerf fungal growth to make it so it didn't affect air units, but now they have changed it back. So it does, so we probably won't see that nerf ever come to. It's sad because it makes drops way better, but it also made Phoenixes way too good in PvZ. So obviously can't have that happening. Can't Protoss be even more broken in Imbo than it already is? No, I try really hard. I don't think. I love how balanced the game is right now. People say, QQ, oh, things are so imbo, stuff like that. You know, look at the statistics. But man, the game is pretty darn balanced. If people play at a pro level and anybody can win, man, that is balanced. These guys are the best of the best. This game is